Hi, this is Gary from Tutor Transformation, and this is a Smartsheet overview of Document Builder with DocuSign Integration. Okay, so in this video I'm going to take you through Document Builder with DocuSign Integration. Now it works very similar with just the standard Document Builder that I've done a previous video on. However, there are some differences that need to be taken into consideration. The first thing is that Document Builder comes as standard with a business plan. However, to use the DocuSign integration with Document Builder, you need to be on an enterprise plan. So there's about 4 steps really to doing this. And the first thing, as always, to start with is a template. So we have just a contractor agreement here that we've just set up. And we're going to have the contractor's company name down here, and obviously the details and company name, company number, the effective date and the term. And then we're going to sign some documents down here, and there's another load of documentation and obviously terms and conditions beneath. So the first thing we need to do is obviously create a fillable PDF. So we're going to do that right now. So the first thing to do is obviously to save this, and then save it as a PDF. So Word, and we're going to change that to a PDF document and save it there. Okay, so that's the first step. Just going to move on to the second step. So the second step is we need to create a fillable PDF for Document Builder to use. Now, if you do a Google search on create a fillable PDF for free, there's a number of free tools out there to use. However, we're going to use Adobe Acrobat Pro DC to do this. And we're just going to open our file, our PDF that we just created, which is here. So open. And then we're going to just create the relevant fields that we need. So we need to go to the option of prepare form and just say start. You can see there's 14 pages to this document, and then we're just going to start filling out where we want text to be. Okay, so obviously I know this document and we need something under here. Let's come across, make that slightly bigger. I'm going to call that company name. Close, and then we're going to move down. Now the thing about Adobe Acrobat Pro is it sort of senses where you want additional fields, so if there's blank areas or whatever, it senses where they should be. And obviously, I don't want these, so I'm just actually going to delete these out because obviously they're not required. So just bear with me while I go through the document and remove all the ones that aren't required. You also need to make sure that you're taking out any of the signature stuff because that's going to be done by DocuSign. Just going to resize. I'm just going to move some stuff around as well. Okay, that all's good. That's just another one here I can remove. Okay, so we're good to go. So I just need to save this now. I'm going to call this template. And there we go, that's the second step, all done. Okay, so the next step is to ensure that you have a sheet within Smartsheet with the relevant information you're capturing via form. And you can see here I have the company name, company number, company address. I'm using an upper formula just to make this all capitals because obviously that's going to go on the first page of the agreement. I'm concatenating the company name, company number and company address to give me company details, and then obviously I've got a company director, their email, the effective date, the term, and also the tutor director and the tutor director email. Now you'll notice that obviously I'm utilising myself here just to give this demonstration, but obviously you'd have other people in there. And obviously those of you who are eagle-eyed will notice that actually I'm using Chrome for this one, because I had a few issues with pop-up windows trying to access the DocuSign integration, which I'll show you shortly. But once you have the sheet ready, then obviously it's onto DocuSign. Just going to open up here, and what you want to do is go to templates and say create a template. You're going to upload the fillable PDF that you've just created. And just select that here and say next. Okay, so this is where you're doing the signature element. You remember in the PDF, fillable PDF, I took all the text boxes out from the signature elements because that happens here. So what I'm going to put in here is contractor, director, and also I'm going to add in another one for tutor director. And I'm going to have the contractor sign it first and me second, and to say next. Okay, so this is the important part here as well. You can't use either two options below, otherwise the fillable PDF doesn't work. It just sets it as read only or deletes it, so that's no good. So you need to make sure that you're assigning it, and what you want to do is make sure you're assigning it to the person who signs it first, and this is going to be the contract director. So just confirm that, and it's going to assign those fields to them. Okay, so here we go. That is a contractor, as we've seen there. We need to make sure it's a required field, and I'm just going to call it company name. Okay, and then move down, and obviously again that's contractor, it's a required field, and that's contractor details, which is a concatenation of the company name, the company address and the company number. The other thing you also need to do as well, sorry I forgot to mention in the previous one, is you can choose a formatting here. So actually I'm going to go to 16 and make sure it's bolded as well, but for this one down here I'm going to change that again to Arial and make it 8, and I don't need it bolded. And then effective date, make sure it's required, make sure you set the format, and then term. Again, contractor, it's a required field. Get Arial, just make sure I've got this one set to Arial as well, which I haven't, which I'll do now. And there you go, and now it's on to the normal DocuSign elements, which is for the contractor to sign. It's going to be there, the date signed, and then the name. And we don't need it that large. Not with that. Okay, and then obviously we move over and we go to the tutor director. And the same again, let's bring this across. Date signed. Oh, got that the wrong way around. Signature goes there, date signed goes there, and then the name of who signed it goes in here. And then we say next, and then we have it, and we save the template. It's asking us to save it. So we're going to call it contractor's agreement. And that's the third stage all finished. Okay, just moving on to the fourth stage now. So the next thing is to set up a document builder workflow effectively to work with DocuSign. So we just go to one of the rows, click on the three dots and move down to generate documents. So this is where we create a document mapping, and it's going to give us two options. The first option is just standard document builder with PDF, and this is one we're going to do, the e-sign, send out documents with DocuSign. So say next. So I'm already logged in as G Transformation's DocuSign account. So this is where I mentioned previously in the video that I had issues with Safari and pop-up windows. So obviously if you are having issues and you can't see the pop-up window to log into DocuSign, then try a different browser, and I've used Chrome and it worked absolutely fine. So going to next. So it's looking for the agreements. So obviously if you have more than one agreement in DocuSign in here, in the templates, it will show you them there, but we're going to choose the template. So it's that one there. Then assign the roles. So if you remember within the thing we had the company director, the company director's email, and obviously then the cheater director and the cheater director's email. Let's go next. So this is a tracking column which I'm going to enable, and I'm going to call it DocuSign status. And what that does, it adds a column to your sheet, and it will update the status of the document as it flows through the DocuSign process. Let's go to next. Now you have an option here to enable data syncing. Just in case any of this information changes, it can automatically sync with DocuSign, but we're not going to have that turned on. And go next, and then we've done that, and now it's going to ask us to map as we would normally do in Document Builder. And so done. So company name, so my company name upper goes into there, and then the next page we've got the company details, which is the concatenation of the details. We have an effective date down here, and we also have the term. And as you can see, all of these are pre-designed already for the document builder sort of thing, sorry, for DocuSign. So we just don't need to worry about those, and we're just going to say save. And we've got the contractor agreement. And now what we can do is say generate and send with DocuSign. So it's just the status down here. So this is the last element to the process. So that's all happened, and we can just go back into here, which is our sheet, and you'll notice that there's this additional column being added here. I'm just going to format that quickly, and you see that that one is down as sent. And if I quickly go to my emails, you can see that I have a document here to review, so I'm going to review this document. It's going to take me to DocuSign. You can see I've just gone across to Safari now. It's going to ask me to location. I'll say don't allow, tick the box, and say continue. You can see that it's put the information in the document where it's required, the name, address, and company number, the effective date, and also the term of the agreement. And obviously it's asking me to sign. As I mentioned, I've sent it to myself just for this demonstration, so I'm going to sign this now, adopt and sign, and then finish. Just say no thanks. So I'm just going to go back to my email again now, and it's actually going to ask the cheater director to now sign, which again I've assigned to me for this demonstration. Okay, so this is the email sent to me as the cheater director. I'm now going to review this document. Again, I'm going to choose down to allow, check on here, say continue. The information has already been in the document now, as was put in by the first step, and now it's asking me as a cheater director to sign, which I'm going to do that now. And before I do that, actually, what I'll do is I'm just going to go back into the sheet within here and just refresh this page. So you can see that it's been delivered, so the status is constantly updating. Just going to move back now into Safari and look at the document again, and I'm going to adopt and sign that and say finish. Say no thanks, and then just move back into here, and again just refresh this document, and that will shortly change to completed or signed. So again, just to do another one, if we wanted to, we can highlight both these rows and just Document Builder. We have the workflow already set up, and we can just say, there you go, send to a DocuSign, and that will click away there and update, and then we can just go back in here and you'll see that it's updated the status here to sent. You can see this one is completed, and also it's attached the completed document to the row, and we just can view that now. So Cheetah contractor, Blue Horizon, that's their details, that's the effective date, that was a term, signed by me and signed by Dave Stewart. So there you go, that is Document Builder with DocuSign integration. Thanks for watching, and for further details on our free and paid Smartsheet training courses, please visit the training and events section on our website at www.cheetahtransformation.co.uk. Alternatively, contact us directly on help@cheetahtransformation.co.uk to arrange a call to discuss your requirements further.